NewsTalk 710 KURV. And now, commentary with Roxanne Garcia.
Finally, during the third GOP debate, the 10 Republican candidates standing on that stage seemed unified. Unified on giving the CNBC moderators a taste of their own medicine. Unified in making it known that the mainstream media does have a left-leaning agenda. According to discoveringthenetworks.org, this has been happening since the 1980s, and that a majority of the professionals who make up our mainstream media, like anchors, reporters, newspapers, publishers, etc., have a liberal agenda. What, you ask? Well, just like Marco Rubio pointed out during the third debate, the same newspaper that is calling Rubio to resign for skipping out on senator votes is the same newspaper that endorsed John Kerry in 2004 and Barack Obama in 2008, both skipping 60 to 70% of senator votes when they were running for president. Let's look at another example on how the so-called mainstream media fights conservatives. The president's approval numbers are always a popular topic with the lefties. The old three broadcasting networks, ABC, CBS, NBC, teamed up with three of the top newspapers in the country, the New York Times, the Washington Post, and the Wall Street Journal, and under the Obama administration have failed to produce consistent and legitimate approval rating reports. While failing to produce these reports, in 2008, when George W. Bush was still president, the three major networks aired 124 evening news reports that dealt with public opinion about President Bush's overall low approval ratings or his handling of certain issues. Last year, those same networks have produced less than 10 reports that mention public opinions on President Obama. In the Republican president's case, the so-called mainstream media consistently highlighted Bush's falling approval ratings, blatantly showing his weakness due to issues like the Iraq War. Last year, Obama reached an all-time low of 38% approval, and according to newsbusters.org, none of the three major news networks bothered to mention those ratings. Maybe that's why, in part, they are fading. Hooray for the new media and competition in news. Thank you, cable. Thank you, Breitbart. Thank you, citizen journalists and bloggers. If you can control the way people think, you can control everything. Jim Morrison said it best. Whoever controls the media controls the mind. And unfortunately, for liberty's sake, too many shallow, mindless, soundbite-dependent political neophyte cultural zombies are willingly herded toward parroting a collectivist and statist mantra. Long live the free media, driven by a free people who demand the truth. Out with the so-called mainstream media, and in with the new social media and new media sentinels of truth.
The views expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of the staff, management, or ownership of NewsTalk 710 KURV and our communications station.